Welcome everyone to the L7C podcast NFL edition. Today we are here to end the NFL season. We are here with our Super Bowl review of Super Bowl 60. We are here with the EVP, the NFL expert, Mr. Justin Ackendale. How are you doing today, sir?
I am doing well. Another end to another great NFL season. Wish we could have had a better game, but hey,
Oh, well,
it
Justin,
be like that sometimes.
it
Sometimes you
do.
can't. Sometimes you can't end it off with a shebang bang.
That's true. It does be like that. Hey, Justin, Seattle, man. It was against Seattle, New England, Seattle. We picked them to win. They did win. They won 29-13. They win their second Super Bowl in franchise history. We have been alive to see both of their Super Bowl wins in franchise history. Listen, how did the game go?
Yeah, so pretty much Seattle got got up on their ass pretty much as soon as the game started. Patriots punted their first six drives of the game, and that's going into the second half. Jason Myers kicked three field goals in the first half that give the Seahawks a 9-0 lead. On one of those drives, Kenneth Walker had a 30 and a 29-yard run that set them up. After another Patriots punt in the second half. This is the third quarter. The Seahawks kick another field goal to go up 12-0. It was 9-0 going to halftime. Then the Seahawks kick another field goal to go up 12-0. Like I said, Seahawks defense played really well, but the Patriots defense was also really good. They were not letting Seattle score a touchdown. Sam Darnold didn't play his best, but he was managing the game well. He was not taking sacks. He was not turning the ball over. Kenneth Walker was able to get it going. So they're doing what they needed to do. Drake Maye was underseized the entire game. And then at the end of the third quarter, still 12-0, Drake Maye gets sacked. Fumbles the football. Derick gets the sack. Byron Murphy recovers that fumble. Then going in the fourth quarter, Seahawks have the ball at the Patriots 37. They work it down the field. Sam Darnold throws a 16-yard touchdown to A.J. Byron. We're at 19. We're at 19 nothing hour. However, now at this point in the game, I thought the game was really over. I'm like 19 nothing. Like the Patriots can't do shit. And then Drake Maye wakes up for literally one drive and hits. It was a run, and then he hits a couple bombs to Matt Collins, and it's 19-7. Seahawks punt their next drive. So you're thinking at this point, okay, maybe the Patriots might be able to make this a game. And then after they get the ball back, Drake Maye throws a terrible interception to Julian Love. Seahawks after that pick get another field goal, 22-7. Pat's next drive, Drake Maye throws that kiss of death pick six to Nuosu, and that pretty much seals the game. And the Seahawks are your Super Bowl champions.
Yeah, I mean, I would say too, I know obviously we'll talk about him, Super Bowl MVP Kenneth Walker. I mean, he ran for over 100 plus yards. He was running, it was almost Le'Veon Bell like, man. He was being very patient, hitting the holes. And I know people joked about where is this in fantasy or whatever, but seriously, that was probably one of the best games I've seen him play from like a patience standpoint and hitting the holes and all that.
Yeah, he was definitely waiting when those blocks get set up before he hit the hole. But he, especially in that first half, he was really their only sign of
Yes.
life on offense. He was
Hmm.
he was really the only player on the team that could get something going.
Yeah. So it was just interesting the fact that then like New England, yeah, go back to Seattle, they would get there, he would get to the red zone, and then New England stop him and they settle for a field goal, settle for a field goal, settle for a field goal. We finally touch on this game. It's just I feel like New England's offense, I mean, they had nothing.
They couldn't do anything. There was a lot of talk about Will Clapp and him. Well, that's the offense tackle's name, right?
The one who came
Clapp.
from Michigan.
I think yeah,
Oh,
LSU.
LSU.
Yeah,
LSU, who said he was talking about like, oh, if my QB ever gets it, blah blah blah, whatever times, and he was getting his ass cooked.
yeah.
He was getting his ass cooked so bad he declined interviews with the media. He was in the locker room crying. Yep. He did. I mean,
Was that even necessary?
yeah, it was necessary. Don't talk like that. Then be a man and be in front of the interview saying you got cooked and keep it moving.
Yes, but it was not just Will. It was not just Will Clark. They gave up 6 sacks, but yeah, Drake May didn't have any time, and then when he did have time to throw, he could not. He couldn't make the throws. But I mean, to Drake May's defense, there wasn't much open. Like
No,
there was not much open. The Seahawks defense was unbelievable that whole game.
yeah. I mean, but they've been unbelievable all year. They've been a unit all year. Uh, it was one of those things too. If once it got to a certain point, like you said, that kiss of death pick six or whatever, it just felt like even when they were moving the ball, when Drake may have those that couple passes for a touchdown, it never felt like they were in the game to me.
No, they weren't in the game. Like at 9-0, like score wise, the Seahawks weren't scoring any touchdowns. So
No,
one touchdown, puts them back in the game. But if you're watching, if you're really paying attention, no, they were never really in that game at any point in time. And then at 19-0, when they do start moving the ball, that's garbage time at that point. Like
hmm
that's garbage time. You got to prove that you can do it a couple times, and they couldn't do it when the game was on the line, and when at the points in the game where it was still within contention, they couldn't get it done.
Yeah. Man, Seattle wins obviously Super Bowl MVP, like we said, kind of long. But then obviously the other big story, Sam Darnold, man, journey quarterback. Justin, there was a specific pod a couple years ago we were talking about this, and now people are talking about the shift of now we've seen it, and especially this year was more telling. It if you don't have a complete team, it does not matter if you have these superstar quarterbacks. That's not getting you a Super Bowl.
No, and then especially this year
Mm-hmm.
with no Mahomes in the playoffs, no Burrow,
Mm-hmm.
No Lamar Jackson. The teams that made it through, they
Yep.
were the most complete teams.
Yes.
The Seahawks had a good defense, solid offense. Even going to the AFC, the Broncos,
Mm-hmm.
they had a nasty defense and a decent offense. Houston before CJ Stroud sold their asses. Their defense was number one.
Yeah.
Even the Rams,
Yep.
they had pretty good defense. They had MVP Matt
Mm-hmm.
Stafford. So it was all the Eagles. The Eagles, even though they didn't make it too far in the playoffs, but they're the thing. They were the defending Super Bowl champions, and their defense was good, and they were
Mm-hmm.
honestly brought back down by their quarterback. But the rest of the team was solid and could make that happen. So yeah, it's definitely the teams that are they have a cheaper quarterback because Drake May was on Drake May still on a rookie
Yep.
deal. Sam Darnold took a nice little discount
Mm-hmm.
to be in Seattle, and you gotta also remember the Seahawks drafted well too.
Mm-hmm.
Seahawks drafted well. They built their team up that way. The
Traded the
Patriots,
right people at the right time.
yeah, Russell Wilson asking out
Mm-hmm.
at the point he did, and the Seahawks just saying, okay, like we'll find somewhere to get you. Took that draft capital, made something happen, and shit. Even the Patriots, not necessarily drafting well, but they had the turnover the team because Bill Belichick was running things and was not drafting well, and they got all these new free agents in the town and was able to make a run and took advantage of their easy ass schedule to make it this far. So it's not always about having the best quarterback. It's about talent evaluations. It's about getting value. It's about filling out a team that a quarterback can be that last piece potentially. And the quarterback's never going to be a last piece, but giving him something that he can work with, so it's not all on him. So we don't have a Buffalo Bills situation where it's Josh Allen and them trying to go out there and get to the highest places you want to go.
Yeah, it's almost the same conversation we just had last month, almost a week ago, a week from this time, when we talked about the college football playoffs and the national championship. Obviously, Indiana winning. And I know we made the joke about old people, but if you look at it, the past three champions, all of them have in common, all of their seniors came back. Like they were an old Ohio State's team was old. Jack Sawyer, all of them were seniors that came back. Michigan's team, they had people who came back. That was obviously supposed to be Penn State too, because they had the people, and we don't have to get in that. But I'm just saying that it's almost like, hey, these five stars in college, obviously you want them, but if you don't got that experience, development, all that, that ain't making you through a 17 game slate. And in the NFL, it's like, obviously you want the superstar quarterback. Obviously, if you get a generational player, you want him. But you're sitting there like, damn, bro, we're paying you all this money, and now we don't got a defense to complement you. Now we don't have an offensive line to protect you, and we're getting bounced in the first round, and we're not even making the playoffs. And no disrespect, the Super Bowl quarterbacks were Sam Darnold and Drake Maye.
And you saw how Sam Darnold played. He was managing the game.
That's all you got to do sometimes.
That first drive, he was slinging that bitch, but that one that was like it was like a 5-yard pass. That could have been a pick six. That could have been a pick six. It was a perfect pass, but a dangerous one because that Patriots guy was right there. But he managed like all Sam Darnold had to do was manage the game. He handed it off to Kenneth Walker, and Mike McDonald had in his back pocket, we can kick it, we can punt to these guys, and they're not going to be able to move the ball against us, and they couldn't.
Right. It's so interesting seeing what teams are going to be doing because it's like, obviously, preseason favorite, we're all going to pick the people with the big quarterbacks and all that, but it's like, are you really going to get there? Like, can your team complement you? Like, now seeing that, like, Seattle, they're not going anywhere. They're not. If they stay healthy, New England, like you said, they're going to have a tougher schedule. And then you just look around the rest of the league, it's like, do I really see a superstar quarterback making it next year to the Super Bowl right now? I don't know.
Matt Stafford, if you consider him a superstar.
Oh, I guess I meant them. Nah, that's point taken. I guess I was meaning like
someone. If I had to pick anyone to come back out the Super Bowl, it'd probably be someone in that division. The 49ers are about to be
healthy.
They should be healthy. We don't know. These niggas is always hurt. It's always an issue with them. The Rams ain't going nowhere. The Seahawks just won the Super Bowl. So if I had to pick an early contender, it'll probably be someone from that division. And then AFC wise, I don't know, man. Denver might be able to make it happen again. I like the Chargers. Once you get their tackle, you gotta remember the Chargers did not play with their tackles the entire season. However you feel about Justin Herbert, if he can have some tackle play, we can see what he can do, which is what he's proved up until now is nothing.
Unfortunately, I mean, AFC right now, if I had to pick, if he's not a trash can, is Houston. He playing for his contract now.
I mean, that was probably the worst I've ever seen CJ Stroud play.
And that's the worst time to do it as a quarterback.
I don't think it can get worse than how he played. So,
but that's that deep. I mean, they should have been up there the way these teams were playing.
Yeah, when the playoffs started, that was my bet. That was my bet. I thought this was the Texans' time, and that playoff game against the Patriots, man, he absolutely sold it for him.
Yeah,
point shaving. He gotta beat the allegations next year.
He's going to.
He gotta beat the allegations next year, and don't sleep on Jacksonville either. They play the Bills tough in that playoff game.
They should have won that too until they got Josh Allen. But
yeah, a couple plays there, and they could have won that game too. I don't think they're going anywhere either. And then you already know it's going to be some team that was ass this year that's going to be in the mix
every time.
And we want to figure out who's going to be over the offseason.
While we're talking about that, let's go back to now we can review the year. Let's see what we got right and what we got wrong, Justin. These are just highlighted the playoff teams. They're not necessarily in the right spot, but the teams that made the playoffs. We both had the Bills to win the AFC East. Obviously, they did not, but we both picked them to make the playoffs. Cool. We both had the Ravens in the North. We were obviously both wrong. They didn't even make the playoffs. You had Kansas City in the West. I had the Chargers win the West. They did not win the West, made the playoffs. Wait. No, Denver won the West. We both had the Jags winning the AFC South. Probably our best pick. Probably the best pick. But then you had all the while. You had Denver, New England, the Chargers. You had them in the playoffs. I had Kansas City, Houston. Denver, obviously, Kansas City did not make the playoffs. NFC East, we both had the Eagles. They made it. North, you met the Packers. They still made the playoffs. I had Detroit. That's another disappointing ass team this
Yeah,
year.
that was a bad one.
That was a bad one. Both had the Rams win the West. South, you had Atlanta. I had Tampa, and out of nowhere, it was effing Carolina.
Hey,
Ugh,
to my defense, early I had bet on early for Carolina to win that division.
man. We both had the Vikings making the playoffs. That was an awful pick. They did not. You had the Bears making it. I had the Packers on the wild card. I had Washington, and obviously they did not. So
Oh shit, I forgot about the Bears. Hey, don't sleep on them either.
yeah, they're in the
Don't
window
sleep
now
on
too.
Seattle. Don't sleep on Chicago. Hey, don't let them get home field advantage.
Yeah, they had a window.
It's cold out there,
AFC champion.
especially if you had to go there this winter. Boy, they probably got just as much snow as we did.
Yeah,
Quit playing.
both we had the same AFC championship game, Ravens Bills. That did not happen. NFC championship, we both had the Rams in. You just had them versus the Packers. I had them against the Eagles. I had Ravens versus Eagles in the Super Bowl. You had Rams versus Ravens. And obviously, on this thing, the Ravens were one of the biggest disappointments for our picks from last year.
It happens.
It does, but
It happens to be like that sometimes. Whatever.
the Jags one. Jags one was good. I mean, the Bills could have been in the AFC Championship game if they would have won their game against Denver, but oh, man, it's tough. But no, it wasn't too bad. Still not half the field, just some hits. Again, the Jacksonville hit is probably the best one to win the South because they obviously went what 14 and 3.
Oh, they weren't 14. They weren't 14 and 3. They weren't that damn good, but they definitely won. They won that shit. They were consistent all year. Trevor Lawrence was playing some grip, some good ball. Liam Cohen got them boys together.
Oh, Justin, they were 13 and 4, dude. I was off by one. 13 and 4. That's what the playoff loss. The Texans were 12 and 5.
Hey, hey, shout out to the Colts, man. They
Oh
absolutely collapsed.
my God, they did.
They collapsed and gave them the opening. It was on them after Daniel Jones went down.
You were right. They were 8 and 9. Like
It could have been Daniel Jones and Sam Darnold in the Super Bowl. Now that would have broke niggas brains. That would have fucked some people up. If Daniel Jones made it, hey, let him come back. Let him come back healthy and continue what he was doing. Doing this past season, it's gonna be the same thing as Sam Darnold.
yeah, they had so many. I felt like it died for them when they lost that game to the Chiefs 23-20 in overtime right before Thanksgiving.
The Colts,
Yeah.
yeah, and then their quarterback
hmm
tore his shit, and then Anthony Richardson, which who knows how good he was, but you didn't even get a chance to fucking see it because he broke his face from a resistance band, literally, and they had to try out Phillip Rivers out there. And one of those games, he had to play was against the Texans, which actually I don't even think they played him. Right, I think they played Riley Leonard against the Texans because they knew like that would have been nasty. That would have been ugly.
So after that game, I was talking about the Chiefs Colts where they lost by 3. This is the pain they went through. They lost by 4 to the Texans. They lost by 2 to Seattle. They lost by 8 to the Texans at the end of the year. They lost by 6 to the Jaguars. All in the last part of the year just to knock them out officially.
They were like 7-2 or some shit, and then didn't win again. I don't think.
No, their last win of the year. Damn, yeah. Their last win of the year was. No, they didn't win again after the Chiefs loss. That was it.
Yeah, they won 8 games and then didn't win again.
Mm-hmm. That's pain. That is because they were running through it, man. Daniel was looking. Obviously, Jonathan Taylor was looking.
Only lost by 2 to Seattle one of those games. Like they were trying. Like they were fighting. I'll give it to them. They were definitely fighting, but they just lost to me bodies.
That's tough. That is tough. Justin, what was your biggest surprise of the year?
Biggest surprise of the year? Man. I would say the Ravens, but Lamar Jackson was hurt for a little bit. Honestly, how the Eagles offense played, for being completely honest, I did not see their offense falling off a cliff like that. That was something that I was not expecting to see.
Oh, that's a good. Mine are a lot of redemption this year. Not just Sam Darnold. You just talked about Daniel Jones. He was playing really well till he got hurt. And we mentioned him, man. Just last year, halfway through the season, Bryce Young got benched.
Oh yeah, yeah. He
Talking about his
really
career is about to be over.
he saved his career for real. Because if he didn't turn around like now, like right now, then who knows? He would either been out the league or on the Sam Darnold trajectory, bouncing around.
And they fought in that playoff game against the Rams.
Yeah, they did. They beat the Rams this
Mm-hmm.
season. They beat the Rams, so they weren't scared. They definitely weren't scared. But yeah, that was an insane turnaround.
Like all them, and then I gotta throw. I mean, again, like also the other one, like Caleb, like just seeing the redemption quarterback, seeing some young Caleb. I am concerned because obviously injuries play a factor. Because this is the same conversation we're having about Caleb that we had about Jaden Daniels last year when they went on their run,
I don't.
and Jaden Daniels went to the NFC Championship game.
Yeah, but Jaden Daniels is a lot slender of a
Hmm.
quarterback. Um, yeah, I wouldn't just because Jaden Daniels went to the NFC Championship game and got hurt the year after. I don't think that's necessarily in the cards for Caleb Williams. I mean, it could happen, but I don't really see them. And Jaden Daniels had a weird injury too. It was an elbow too, so it was kind of weird. It wasn't necessarily because he was running around all the time, but
Right.
those two are two totally different body types. I feel like Caleb Williams has a sturdier frame than Jaden Daniels, so it's not some that you would have to worry about. And you know, 2 years of data, I don't think he's missed a start because of injury. So
Just be interesting because they both had like, I mean, Caleb Williams changed his perception to everyone during this year, especially that playoff game when he threw that touchdown. Like
that shit
everyone's
was
like, "Whoa,
crazy.
he's this is for real."
That's the Caleb Williams that we saw at USC, like making those throws,
Hmm.
doing that type of stuff. Yeah, if they can keep the momentum that they gained this season, and the way they were winning too, they won a lot of close games.
And
So
we know that flips.
I
We know that flips.
that could flip. So they're definitely going. There's definitely some things that they have to work on,
Mhm.
but you know, getting Ben Johnson into that mix was probably the best thing that could happen to Caleb Williams because Matt Eberflus and whoever was OC running in his rookie season obviously wasn't it. And once Caleb Williams got comfortable with Ben Johnson, you saw what they were able to do towards the latter half of this season.
What are some of your biggest disappointments? I know you talked about the Eagles' offense, but like when you sit here, like, damn, I can't believe this team was this bad this year. They didn't make it this far.
Oh man, the Falcons,
Mhm.
the Falcons again. Like
But Penix got hurt.
I Kirk, like you know how I feel about Kirk.
I
Like
know you love one young
Kirk
Kirk.
couldn't drive. Drake London got hurt. That I forgot about him. That was really a killer. Like
And
without,
Bijan was powerful too.
yeah, Bijan's good. Their offensive line is decent. Like that was really surprising how they couldn't take the reins over in that division. Honestly, surprising thing, the fucking Steelers winning that division because
The way that they did too.
that team was not. I guess I'm disappointed and surprised. That team was not fucking good. Like they were ass, and when they got into the playoffs, they showed it. But yeah, them making and somehow making the playoffs is disappointing because in that in that conference, there's no reason why old ass Aaron Rodgers and that team specifically should have been making the playoffs. And I'm looking at you, Joe Burrow,
Oh,
with your glass ass.
oh no.
Handle with Carol ass, man.
Hey, it's, they can never get it, man. The Bengals just every time you want to think about them, it's just it don't work. It don't work. He gets hurt. This happens. The defense is trash. Now that's the longest tenure coach in the NFC North. I think two of my obviously I already talked about Detroit, but I didn't think this team was going to be too good, but I didn't think they were going to be this bad. The implosion of Miami. They
You know,
exploded.
you know what? They were starting to turn around towards the end of the season. They were winning some football games towards the end. They weren't they weren't the dog shit monstrosity they were at the beginning of the season.
God, that was bad.
Because that team looked like one of the worst teams in the NFL.
That was
Yeah, so
bad.
shout out to them. They turned it around. I'm not going to give them too much shit because they turned it because it was bad. Like it was
Oh
bad.
yeah.
And I guess Mike McDaniel was coaching for his next job and he got it. Where is he? Where is he?
He's the offensive coordinator for the Chargers.
There you go.
So he's with Harbaugh and Herbert. We'll see what he does with. Yeah, it's just I don't know what that team about to do.
The Dolphins?
Hmm.
Oh man. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Tua, they still owe money to Tua.
Hmm.
I don't know who's their head coach now. I don't even know who. Oh, Jeff Halfley. Man, let me introduce myself to Jeff Halfley. Where was he at last year? He was the Packers defensive coordinator last year.
Hmm.
The Packers defensive coordinator last year. We'll see what he can do. We'll see what he can do. 46-year-old, relatively young, not the youngest in the game, but we'll see. We'll see if he can turn it around. At least fix the defense.
Okay. All right, man. Just anything else you want to say about how this season and we put the season in the box.
Yeah, man. I'm on to the draft. I'm looking at the draft order right now. Raiders are on the clock. It's Mendoza
Oh,
time.
that was a trash can team.
Yeah,
Oh
team,
Lord.
yeah, that team was fucking horrible. But yeah, man, it's about to be Mendoza time. You think he gonna do something with him? Him and Clint Kubiak, Super Bowl champion Clint Kubiak.
Yeah, Super Bowl champ puts the hat on and right to. I mean, he's got Genty, he's got Brock Bowers. I don't know what they're gonna do if they're gonna get rid of Crosby on defense or not.
I'm about to say here's the top 12 in the NFL draft order. We got the Raiders, Jets, Cardinals, Titans, Giants, Browns, Commanders, Saints, the Chiefs, top 10 pick, number 9 pick,
Mm-hmm.
Bengals, Dolphins, Cowboys at 12. And the Cowboys got another first round pick via the Michael Parsons trade at 20. They got the Packers pick too.
It's gonna be tough. I want to know what the Jets are about to do.
Man, we we watch college football all damn season. We already established that it's probably not a really plug and play guy other than if you want to do that with Mendoza. So
Hmm.
I'll either trade back or get best available
Yeah.
because they need a lot. They need a lot. So either trade it and get more picks or just get the best available guy and figure it out or see if Kirk Cousins might be your answer. I don't know because the Falcons are about to release him. So
Kirk Cousins, he might be going back to Minnesota to challenge JJ McCarthy. I've heard
type
that.
shit. JJ
I saw
McCarthy.
that. I saw that about like putting a. It said something like they're gonna bring a veteran in to push him, and he might be the one because we both had him in the playoffs, and they were not good.
I'm about to say, don't another bridge quarterback someone could potentially need if the 49ers don't let him go because Brock Purdy has his injury issues as well. Mac Jones, because give credit where credit is due. They were winning football games with Mac Jones at quarterback, and when Brock Purdy came back, they were still in position to make the playoffs. Mac Jones showed me some things this year, so you need someone to bridge the gap between the next guy. I think the NFL's going to be trying to get him, trade for him, something.
I like that. All right. All right. Matt Jones. Okay. Could be another redemption story. Anything else on this season, Justin?
Um,
You're already looking ahead of the draft, which isn't that far away.
Nah, the combine's in a couple weeks. Nah, I'm good. I'm good.
All right,
Great
man.
season.
Yeah, it was very unpredictable playoffs. I mean, couldn't ask for more. Just what are some of your winners on this last NFL pod of this season?
Winners. Um, let's go back to these college basketball streets. Um, Shout outs UK men's basketball on Saturday,
Hmm.
sweeping Tennessee. Had another comeback win against Tennessee. I think they're like third in the SEC right now, so
Hmm.
they've been playing well. But the team that I really want to shout out in college basketball, shout out to the Kansas Jayhawks yesterday
Hmm.
at home. Number one team in the country, Arizona is in town. Your lottery pick has the flu. He's sick. He can't play. Yeah, the lottery pick can't play. Still get the dub. Bill Self, 40-0. 40-0 on Big Monday in whatchamacallit at Kansas. Flory Badungai went off 23 points on 8 of 11 shooting, 3 blocks, 10 rebounds. And but that guy, he a short guy. He's 6'10", and Arizona has some big Jokic looking Russian dude on the team, and he was he was making them work. He was playing well. How big is this dude? Yeah, had some 7'2" dude from Lithuania who was a problem, and but that guy was giving him buckets, and Kansas looked great. Yeah, shout out. That was a great basketball game. Won me some money too.
The lottery pick you talked about isn't it the same lottery pick? No, or is that the other? I think it's BYU's one of them who's always magically ducking the big games.
No, yeah, this is him.
That's what
This
I
is what's his name?
just magically every big game he has something.
It's been like that all season.
Yeah.
Darren Peterson, that's his name. Darren Peterson from Canton, Ohio. Shout out Cedric, but he's the one. He's the one that he played against Texas Tech and BYU. So he's played some big games, but yeah. I tuned into that Arizona Kansas game to see him and see what he did, and he was not there. He hasn't played. I don't think he's missed a lot of games this season. Only played like 2 games in November, 2 games in December, and he was around in January. So he pretty much was spotty the first 2 months of the season, playing wise.
Any other winners?
Um, Shout out Bad Bunny. You pissed off Republicans and you had a great goddamn Super Bowl performance. Shout out to you. That shit made me want to go to Puerto Rico. If Puerto Rico is anything like that performance, I want to go.
Okay. I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say for the halftime show when I talk to the pop culture expert on that pod, but
Oh shit.
yeah, but no, you're fine. Any other winners?
um, nah, that's it.
No, that was a good winner. First winner for me. They've been just on a heater all around. Shout out to My Hero Academia for earning itself a Guinness Book of World Record, being the most demand animated TV show of 2025. Demand rating of 57.5 times greater than that of an average TV show. So shout out to them. Their last season was great. Didn't get to shout these people up. We didn't get to shout her out on these past couple pods. So I'm going back with some winners. We did not get to shout out from JJK, Miss Maki.
Oh, oh,
We did not get to
oh
shout
my
her out
goodness.
for her. We never got to call her a winner. I was going back to make sure. We never got to call her for winner for a couple episodes ago. For all I know, all the manga readers knew what was happening, but for the anime onlys, finally get to see her go crazy. Shout out to Miss Mock.
Yeah, for a while she was. The past 2 weeks, she was taking over my Twitter feed.
Yep.
The
So
algorithm was only showing her, and It was well deserved because Mappa did that. Mappa did that scene. That whole episode good justice. Animating that and getting it on screen for the world to see.
Yeah, yeah. So
I'm a manga reader, so I knew what was about to happen, but Mappa really brought it to life. It was movie quality. Like that shit was nice.
yeah. So I just just wanted to shout them out, man, and you shout out the Hoopers. Hoopers are hooping right now, man. It's gonna be a very interesting March.
Oh yeah, it's basketball season for real now.
Mm-hmm.
None of that football here to distract us. It is ball season. We here.
Oh man, Justin, what are your losers?
Um, Losers. I was going to bring up some other political
Well, you
shit.
already
But
just called one side angry about the
I mean, they
record
won.
breaking.
They're mad. Like it's okay. Like I ain't gonna get into this drama because I was just reading about the day. So, but no, just Donald Trump in general because not based off any of his shit with ICE or none of that shit. Just for posting that fucking AI fucking slop with the Obamas as fucking apes,
Mm-hmm.
and then trying to act like he didn't. Like, bro, just stand on business. Just stand on business and say you did this shit and do what you do. And you already know your people wouldn't have gave a fuck anyway. So just Donald Trump for that shit and whoever actually hit the send button on that shit. Y'all some hoes for that shit. That was crazy.
Any other losers?
Nah, that's it.
Okay. I only have one loser. My one loser, because I was in attendance for this, is the Ohio State men's basketball team.
Oh God.
This is the Sunday of the Super Bowl, 1 p.m. game, nationally televised, sold out, people packed to the brim.
That
Number
shit was
three,
on CBS, right?
yep, CBS, Bill, all of them were there. It was, man, this game was so packed, Justin. They had the armored State Highway Patrol trooper trucks there. Not the regular cars. They had the armored cars.
Mm.
I said, what famous person is here that the armored cars are here? Anywho, these trash cans, obviously they were going to lose the game, but it's a matter of how they lost. They lost 82-61. They were down by 10 and a half. It was like watching two different sports. One team was playing basketball, the other team was just playing trash ball. It was so embarrassing. And the only reason they're truly the loser is because 5 minutes left in the game in the Schottenstein Center. You could hear it on the national broadcast. You heard it when you were in person. There were loud "Go Blue" chants throughout the rest of the game. Let's go blue in the shot, and you couldn't even say anything. That was the lowest I think I've ever seen Ohio State men's basketball. It was embarrassing. We're at the point now where they low key need to win out, or at least win one of these big games to even have a shot at getting into the tournament. If they do not, there will be another year that they don't make the tournament, and they have not been in the tournament since 2021. It's
Damn.
2026. That's how ass they've been. We're getting it is so horrible. And for the people who are like, oh, why do you care they have the football team? Ohio State's good in every fucking sport of that damn place. Their hockey team, women's team's like in the top two. I'm about to see them for the first time. Their wrestling team is number one. Their fucking cheer team's up there. Their goddamn shooting team's up there. Obviously, the women's basketball team.
The shooting to rifle team.
Yeah, the rifle. Obviously, the women's basketball team, they only lose to people like UConn and UCLA. They're 20-3, and they might have the best guard in the country in Jelani Cambridge.
Yes, they're really good all the time.
All the time. The only team is men's basketball. The second most team with the NIL. Can't win shit. Can't recruit. Can't coach. Can't evaluate talent. Nothing. And then you expect the fans to come there, pay $15 for parking, to pay 20 plus $50 to sit at the fucking 300 seats, charging them $15 to $20 for fucking soda pops, and you expect them to do that and watch trash? And then when they leave, it takes 30 to 40 minutes minimum just to get on 315? Come on. Come on. You making us pay for a bad experience to watch a trash can thing. We're going to see if, and you know, we're going to see if they have pride because they play USC on Wednesday. Every game is must win. Like, they got to win. So, They're just utter trash. Like, just it's just so bad. It's ridiculous. And the problem with Michigan is they're going to be hooked at the fucking hip. You had a chance to get Dusty May, and you said no. That's on you.
Whoa.
You hired from within from the guy you just fired. So
OSU men's basketball just dragging dragging down the sports tradition at Ohio State.
just utterly fucking embarrassing. And then if you look at that since 2000, like, oh, if you did an all Michigan team versus all Ohio State team, Ohio State would beat their ass. But none of those recruits have been since like 2018.
I was getting ready to say all those niggas. I seen the graphic. Every one of those guys. God, I
Mm-hmm.
think the latest one was Evan Turner, maybe.
On that graphic, yes. And he
Yeah,
was a
Evan
national player of the
Turner.
year.
Yeah, and they were. I don't know. He was at least in the NBA. There, he was in the NBA there in the mid 2010s.
Mm-hmm.
There were people on Michigan who 2020s and shit.
Shoot,
So
the point guard
depth.
on that team is Conley's still in the goddamn league.
Yeah, Mike Conley was drafted in '08.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's been a minute.
And then you would have people off the bench. You would have captain like Aaron Kraft. I mean,
Oh, that's
the
all.
Westons, like
That's all
even
Ohio
people
State
who are
legend.
just in the league. Bryce Sensabaugh. I mean, then probably the news people would be on the bench. Will probably be Bryce Sensabaugh and Malachi Brandon. And Bryce had 43 points off the bench a month ago. They're just fucking terrible. It's so disgraceful, and eh, you need to beg people to start coming to these games. That's all I'm saying. Because y'all charging a lot for some normal folk to come and watch
How
fucking
much? How
trash.
much were those tickets to get to the game? How much were the
No, I
tickets
mean,
to sit there? How much were they?
oh, I bought them before they got resold, so it was only like 20. I think it was like 20 something.
That's not bad.
No, but
And
you're in 300 levels in the booties, and then you pay the 20 for a ticket, and then you pay 15 for parking.
you know what? Comparably to all the other shit that you can do and take your family sporting events wise, that is pretty fair. And you might see some trash on the basketball court, but at least you got out the house.
Well,
At least
they wanted the sellout. Normally, they wouldn't even sell those seats. They would have them
what
like tarped
what
off.
what 300 level?
Oh, we were the up like 350,
3 fit. Damn.
like we were in like section 331,
And, and
row
for,
L.
and for y'all who don't know, Schottenstein Center, that's like NBA big. It's like a 20,000 seat facility. So
Which is
you can,
another thing. It ain't
you
a
can fit
college,
some
bro.
people in that
You
bitch.
can, but it's an event arena more than it is a fucking for men's basketball. They don't fill that shit up unless they do shit like that or big teams come to town. Like Purdue's supposed to come to town March 1st. That's on CBS. Okay.
I doubt they sell that out.
No, Michigan had too much juice. But they just suck. It's just so embarrassing. They fucking suck. And they shouldn't be this bad. I shouldn't be here crying for them to make the tournament. That's the real thing. That's fucking embarrassing. Crying to make the tournament,
Hey man, I started going to UC in 2013 and been low key in Cincinnati ever since. I've seen those niggas win like one tournament game, and they're fucking dog shit terrible now.
But what makes
And
it but what makes it worse with Ohio State, you see the rest of the conference, they do not have near the resources Ohio State does. Why the fuck is now Nebraska so much better than them in basketball? Are you kidding me?
because Fred Hoiberg's the coach, and he finally got it going for them.
Yeah, we can't get that. That's
That's
what, man.
crazy. You just need a better. You just need to get a new coach in there who knows what the fuck he's doing. That's all bad. That's all college basketball is.
Just fucking embarrassing. So that's really it, man. All that jazz. And then just quick shout out because again, Ohio State's trash, but keep up with DCKO. They're going crazy. They're in the Final Four.
Yeah, it should come out tomorrow.
They're in the Final Four. I'm nervous, but that being said, thank y'all for following us the NFL season. Be on the lookout for all the other different pods and all of that. Oh,
Check out the Super Bowl on Disney next year. That's the Disney Super Bowl.
Their first, that is crazy. That is gonna be something fucking else.
I heard on podcast that's going to be on ESPN, and I was like, hold on, there ain't no way that shit's just going to be on ESPN and not on broadcast TV. But
Yeah,
it's on. It's going to be a simulcast. But yeah, Disney finally got a Super Bowl.
we'll see how. God, we're gonna see how that goes. With that being said, thank y'all. L7C signing up. Thank you for listening to this episode of the L7C podcast. Be sure to like, rate, review, and subscribe to the channel. Follow us on all social media platforms, and we'll be talking to you guys soon. Take care.